Tee it up for another campaign. The Beavers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers offense takes the field. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
God damn, you got nobody.
All kinds of running room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Oregon State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, they don't
Shut your ass up, Asha.
These are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play. Till you get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Beavers want to crank the tempo.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Inside the 30. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Oregon State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
We got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
The pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Shows him the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Receivers telling the quarterbacks what they see. He makes the connection. Finds a crease at the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Now on the move. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers! Ready to try the point after.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Looking to throw on second down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. The give to the lone running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got the quick pass. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Beavers will hustle to the line. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds his man enough for the 1st. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the art.
There's a live football. And he gets back on top of it and averts disaster.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They've changed into the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Fuck. So garbage.
On On third down, he drops to throw. Unleashes one. He's open on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. They're going to throw it again. Coming after him. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. And the Beavers in the hurry up.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Beavers are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
And nice answer by this defense. You give them a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
I think sometimes you can overthink things a little bit as a play caller. And on fourth down, I know you've got a receiver who's really fast, and you're trying to get him the football and see if he can get to the perimeter of the field. But the defense was waiting on it. That was maybe a little bit too obvious, and I think you can put that fourth down fail on the play call.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Gets it out quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He'll pull it on the read.
What is his name?
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. On the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. North Carolina was able to finish off a close one in Chapel Hill. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second down coming up. They go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Off-play action on first down. On the run, fires downfield. And they can't make the connection. Now on second down after the incompletion. Motion from the offense. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. Oh, look out. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. This is intercepted along the sideline, but no, he's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock it down in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's moving out of the pocket. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a...
And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. The sure hands, it's Garrison. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver and quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking for the end zone.
That's all.
Touchdown, Tiger.
A lot of times you see those receivers as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air, and I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Quarterback will keep it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Extending the play. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Beavers getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Bermudez. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense? We're going to find out here.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Finds his man. It's Bermudez. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood
That's a long word.
They knew exactly
What
what
do
they
you got?
needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. And he just didn't put the thing all the way in.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long.
We do need a chunk, but I think.
Nifty little dance step. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Smashes through. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
Oh, that was
And the
passing.
incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And it's no good. He missed it. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Finds his tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Garrison. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially...
Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. To the ground with the back. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Looking for room at the 25. Hits the accelerator to the right. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for ground. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
No way, bro.
Turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the
Hey.
but on the great return to improve this field position. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air.
Hey, he catches that.
One in there. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Harper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
The one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Crosses the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
He'll off one deep down the left side.
No way, he's wide open.
Make a big play there.
Fuck.
That's not an easy throw to hit.
That bitch ass nigga wide open.
It takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route. The quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with his receiver on that.
Myers on the move.
Catch that bitch. Let's go.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from winning the stakes. Here comes the offense on second down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the option. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And here we go again. Another big run over the 100-yard mark. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Yes. Are you listening?
The Beavers look to do some damage in the red zone. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it set up on the outside. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Got it! And they're able to make the tackle. The Beavers moving quickly to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And I like the play call, I like being aggressive on offense. 2nd inches, you still got a 3rd down coming, but the defense, great job being ready for the pass. Wasn't fooled, got the sack, now set up a better 3rd down situation for him.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. You can hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Beavers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. When the quarterback runs it, he's got the extra blocker, and I don't even know if he needed it. He just gashed them there.
Yeah, Reese. I mean, this offensive coordinator does a good job scheming ways to get this quarterback out into space with the ball in his hands. And when he's there, he can make people miss. And if he gets into the 2nd level of your defense, that dude is gone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking to throw on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Garrison. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Nice job by the quarterback. Pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll run it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is. And we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
When you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for a fourth most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Downfield. He's got it. But he has his offense rolling with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Kaiser. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Auburn doing business in the red zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go deep and thrust the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The snap sets up the throw.
He didn't get on.
Receiver there, it's incomplete.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Looking to help the kicker out on third down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Setting up the screen. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a...
No way!
Intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Takes it the other way. The tag. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Tigers.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Paul, gets the pick six to break the tie?
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
You got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the...
Open runway ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's going to pass. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead of you.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourselves. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit mistakes. This team is talented. They've still got a lot to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of...
Set your ass down.